Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. If you just tuned in to the London Watch Collector channel, I'm a watch collector, a watch enthusiast who is addicted to watches. And I upload my reviews on YouTube every Saturday at 7 o'clock GMT time. Last week you've seen the Sea Dweller 2017, and before that the Sky Dweller 2017. And this time I thought it's a change. So up for a review is the Omega Speedy Tuesday. So what I'll be doing in this review is showing you what comes with the box, revealing the watch, and then talking to you about it. And I'll be doing follow-up reviews where I'll compare it to other watches I have in the collection. I had a couple of Speedmasters, including the CK2998 and the Moonwatch Sapphire Crystal, or let's call it the Sapphire Sandwich. And believe it or not, I got rid of both of them. Lots of the subscribers and followers on Instagram keep asking me to do a collector's review, so basically my watch collection, and I'm purposely holding on to that because I would like to do it once I acquire my last two watches, which should be in the next couple of months. And once that is done, I'll be revealing the full collection and showing it to you guys and talking to you about it, etc. So anyway, what we'll be doing is showing you what comes with the box, revealing the watch, and then talking to you about it. So a small description about this watch. It's a 2017 release. Released initially in beginning of January, and it was for the first time ever an online release. So basically, unless you were online and you were able to put your name down or reserve a watch, you'll be able to get one. And it's 2012 pieces for the reason of, in 2012, the hashtag Speedy Tuesday started on Instagram by a guy who owns the Fratello watches. So he started doing Speedy Tuesday hashtag every Tuesday. So what Omega did along with this guy was they used the 1978 Speedmaster, the Alaska Project 3, and they basically invented a modern watch, but at the same time having the vintage looks. I'll take you through it when I reveal the watch. So let's just go ahead and start the unboxing. This watch was bought from Omega Boutique. And for once, the box is not huge, unlike the Moonwatch Professional, where it's 3 times the shoebox or something. And inside the box, we have a watch roll. And they've actually done this with all the 2017 releases. So before showing you that, I'll show you what comes with the box. So that was for a strap that I'll show you in a second. So you have your certificate of authenticity and a bit of information about the watch. And at the back you would have the number of the watch. Mine was a low number, which is always a good thing. And as you can see, it's 2012, so 2012 pieces. That's my receipt. Then you have your instruction manual on how to change over a strap, from a bracelet to a leather to a NATO, etc. Then you have your standard operating instruction, the ones that comes with all Omega watches. And then your watch roll. When you open the watch roll, you're going to find your Speedmaster logo there. And it's actually made of very high quality material. And inside, which obviously you can't see the watch yet, I'll tell you why in a second. So those two straps, so the leather along with the NATO, are the original straps that come with the watch. Honestly, I hated this. I just felt that the color was so sporty and it had a vintage strap on it. I couldn't even stand it. I didn't even wear it for a second on this one. I didn't even try it out. I know some of you might not really agree with me, but I just hated it for some reason. But it's a good quality. I think it looks a lot better on this NATO, but I'm not really a fan of NATO, as you probably know. So what I did, I bought a bracelet. So why is the bracelet here? Which obviously means that I haven't put it on the bracelet. So they didn't have the bracelet at the boutique that I bought the watch, so I had to walk to the one on Oxford Circus. I picked up the bracelet from there, and I wore the watch, and I walked to the one on Regent Street, and I picked up another strap, and I changed it to that strap, and kept it on since then. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know which strap it is, but I'm going to show it to you in a second once we go through the stuff. So that's the tool for changing your strap. And there's a small little compartment there with extra spring bars. You actually get 4 with those. 2 are in the box and 2 are here. And then you'll have a microfiber cloth. Those are my extra links. A microfiber cloth, and it says Speedy Tuesday there. Now the watch. And if you haven't spotted it yet, that's a Snoopy strap that I actually feel looks amazing. It looks brilliant on this watch. As you've seen from the photos, when you have it on a bracelet, the contrast of the dial actually pops more than this. But this one just blends to me. And as you all know, I never wear my Omega watches on stainless steel. It's just because I'm used to the Rolex and AP type of quality, and I just feel when it comes to Omega, it's not as good. But don't get me wrong, they are still very high quality. If you haven't realized yet, so the things that they've done on this Speedy Tuesday, and they actually made it match with the 1978 Alaska 3, is the applied logo at 12 o'clock, which is there. And the full case is actually brushed, unlike the Professional where it's actually polished. You can see the vintage logo they've used, both on the dial as well as on the crown. So let's go ahead and start the watch. So this is actually a Hazelite crystal. It's not a sapphire, and you can see the Omega logo exactly at the center. So at the back you have a Speedy Tuesday anniversary engraved and then limited edition. And then under my hand you'll see a tribute to Alaska 3 project. Then you have your watch number and serial number as well. So to me, the moment I was able to get my hands on this, beautiful. And I feel and I believe it's one of the most beautiful Speedmasters out there. And this is actually a reverse panda dial. It's the first time they've done it on a reverse panda. But there is a panda dial before. Let's try it out on a wrist. And there you go, guys. I just feel it. It's just fantastic in every way possible. I love the way it looks, especially on the strap. It matches. It was actually made. I feel that this strap was made for the Speedy Tuesday rather than the Snoopy. Snoopy having a full white dial, and well, it is obviously still nice, but on this one it's even much nicer. So it's a 42mm, just like your Speedmaster Professional. The die color is black, and it has the Hazelite crystal. And the thing is about the Hazelite crystal that I really admire and prefer it over the sapphire when it comes to the looks only, not the durability, is the way that it doesn't have that cloudy, milky ring like it had on the sapphire crystal. And then the way the dial seems like it's a 3D, if you see there, just changes the looks of the watch and it gives you more of a 3D effect. But of course, you're always prone to scratching a Hazelite. That's why if you've seen last week, I've actually bought the Poly Watch, which is a type of liquid that polishes Hazelite. And they say you can polish it up to 3 times, I believe, before needing to change it. But they're not too costly. They probably cost you anything between 50 to 100 pounds to change it, so compared to a couple of hundred on the Sapphire. So it's a chronograph, of course. It's a limited edition. At the 3 o'clock you have your minute subdial. At 9 o'clock your seconds hand. And then at 6 o'clock you have your hour hands. The Superluminova it gives off is actually a bit different, and I find it really to be fascinating. The way they've made the full dial, including your sub-dials, you can clearly read the time, use the chronograph at night. It was a nice touch from Omega. So price in the UK, it retails at £4,100. Initially, there was a very high premium, I think way over £7,000, but I'm not sure if people actually bought it at that price or not. If people did, they were stupid, frankly speaking, because it's not worth £7,000. You can get a sub for that amount of money. Now they're coming down, the premiums are coming down, but I believe they're still going to be high because they're only 2012. Would it stay in the collection? Yes, for sure. It will probably be the only Speedmaster that stays in the collection. I'll be discussing with you as the weeks go by and letting you know what I'll be keeping, what I'll be getting rid of in the collection. But I feel that this ticks all the boxes when it comes to a Speedmaster Professional, and I don't really feel that more than one Speedmaster is required in a collection. It's an iconic watch without a doubt. Would I want to keep 5 or 10 or 3 for that matter? I wouldn't. So to me, this Speedmaster ticks all the boxes, especially with this Snoopy strap. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this review. It's a bit of a short one. I didn't want to make it as lengthy as the Sky Dweller. So I'm going to try to break them into different reviews. I'll be discussing with you the Moon Watch in general, telling you about the history of it and taking you through journeys back in history and all. That's all for this week. Thank you for watching.